Now, the governor inks his signature on two new laws meant to help people buying and renting condos and apartments. Today, we bring you team coverage. The first law stems from the 2021 Surfside condo collapse. The tragedy led to a trickle effect of spiking condo fees across the state. The new law gives condo associations more flexibility when it comes to saving for repairs. The second law protects renters from potential flooding. It requires landlords to start giving prospective tenants advance notice that their dwellings could flood from time to time. For our team coverage, Wink News reporter Jillian Haggerty joins us on Fort Myers Beach as she asks, as condos become more expensive and harder to sell, is the new law enough to help? While Wink News anchor Emma Heaton explains how one of the new laws will help. Let's start with Jillian. How will this new law help people?
Well, Amanda, hopefully it'll allow condo owners to just have a little bit more breathing room. Now, Governor DeSantis hopefully this will alleviate some of that financial pressure a lot of people felt after the Surfside condo collapse back in 2021. But for people living here in Southwest Florida, they say it's been a little bit harder, especially since after Hurricane Ian. House Bill 913 is expected to help many in the 239 area code. It delays some of the safety inspection deadlines and gives condo associations more flexibility to build reserve cash. They can now use loans, lines of credit, or assessments to meet those requirements. It also narrows which buildings actually need those detailed structural inspections. Dave Nussbaum, a longtime condo owner here on Fort Myers Beach, told me it's been especially tough since Hurricane Ian.
There were modest increases over the years. Salaries went up, insurance went up. There was some moderate inflation we had to suffer through COVID, but it was very livable. Ian came through and completely changed the game. There was a scarcity of material, scarcity of legitimate contractors, scarcity of pretty much everything, because you have to imagine there's 105 condominiums on Fort Myers Beach.
That pressure pushed some condo owners out and priced others to the edge. Nussbaum says the new law won't fix everything, but it buys some time.
This bill helps delay some of that by pushing out the mandatory funding a little bit, and that just helps everybody.
A second bill changes the My Safe Florida condo program, making it easier to have buildings qualify for grants to improve hurricane safety. Now, both bills will go into effect on July 1st, and condo owners tell me they're excited for this change. They're going to stay a little bit cautious and watch this play out. But for now, on Fort Myers Beach, Jillian Haggerty, Wink News.
Jillian, thanks. Now we move on to the second part of our team coverage. Senate Bill 948, the law would compel landlords to provide flood risk disclosures to renters before or when they sign a lease agreement of 1 year or longer. Wink News anchor Emma Heaton is here. So, Emma, lawmakers voted unanimously for this bill.
Yes, Russ, that vote came back in April. So starting October 1st, Florida landlords must disclose flood risks to tenants before lease agreements, as you mentioned, lasting a year or longer. The goal here is to inform tenants and buyers about flood risks and the necessity of obtaining flood insurance. Tenants can terminate leases and get refunds if landlords fail to disclose flood risks and tenants experience substantial property loss due to flooding. That substantial loss means any repair or replacement cost that totals 50% or more of the property's market value. Some of the information required for owners to disclose includes past flood insurance claims and federal assistance received due to that flooding. The tenant would have to know this information before signing anything. Back to you.
And Russ, when you read about this law, it really resonated with you. I know during Ian, your apartment complex flooded.
Yeah, you look at it in hindsight, would that have made a difference? I was on a second floor. I probably wasn't that concerned about the flood risk, but I had a storage unit across the street. If you're thinking that the apartment complex might flood, the storage unit probably definitely would flood as well.
Yeah.
And I definitely would have made different decisions when it came to that. So I think it's a positive thing for renters to know that there could be that risk out there, as we've seen with the storms that are becoming more and more frequent. Definitely going to keep that top of mind.
Yeah, hopefully it helps some people in the future. Yeah.